Hey everyone, it's Pete Dalliday. Welcome to another edition here of Hometown PTBO. I was almost going to say on the links, but we are on the links. But this is a little hometown feature. This is Bob Young. Not born in Peterborough, but spent a lot of time here. You live in the area. You lived in Omimi with the fam there. How are things going, Bob? How you doing?
Now they're going fine.
Now, yeah.
I'm living up on Stony Lake.
Yes.
And my brother's got a place nearby. And it's familiar territory. The whole place is, you know.
Yeah. And how's your brother Neil doing?
He's doing fine.
Yeah.
He's about to play a series of shows in California.
Okay.
In July, starting in LA, I think on the 30th of this month. And he's doing outdoor shows. The first ones are, I think there's 4 in a row at the Ford Theater. It's a small place, like 1,100 people. So his fan base will be there banging on the door to...
If he needs any practice, if he wants to do a rehearsal show outdoors, Peterborough Music Fest, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
I'm aware of it. I think before he does anything like that around here, it'll be next summer.
Okay.
If it ever happens.
Hey, you never know. You know, I never thought he'd play Coronation Hall in Omimi, and it happened.
Well, he and I talked about that for decades. Mm-hmm. And finally, it happened. And that's what I said to his manager, Elliot Roberts, now deceased. I said, Elliot, it only took 25 or 30 years to pull this together. But look at it, now it's live streamed globally. And it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to produce it.
It was a beautiful December night, though, wasn't it?
Well, you know,
it was an awesome night out there.
The Coronation Hall in Omimi, the theater, was designed by the same person that designed Massey Hall in Toronto.
Yep. Yeah.
Not many people. Well, maybe people know it around here now, but
it was a great night.
The sound's good there.
Yeah, it was good, and you're a big part of that.
I was in charge of the tickets. You have no idea what that would be like. I was, as Neil said, you're the ticket master for this show. It was funny. I mean, you know, there's 350 or 400 tickets and about, I'd say,
10,000
15,000 people looking for tickets.
Yeah.
It was a seller's market. We sold the tickets at $35 or $40 to make sure anybody who lived in the village got first shot and they could get in the place. That was the plot. I mean, we could have sold it. Pick a number. Who knows?
I got a quick story. I want to get to your book. But that night, Neil was playing Coronation Hall, your brother, and a friend of mine showed up just to take in the atmosphere. Had no chance in heck of getting a ticket that night, other than he went up and they were like, "Are you looking for a ticket?" They had one ticket left. Someone didn't show up. But it was cash only, as you know, because the money was going donated to the school, I think, or the library.
That's right.
And so he ran down to the convenience store, got his $40, ran back, and walked into the show just as Neil was going on stage. But anyway, that's a fun story. Let's talk about your book, Mind Golf: The Troubled Genius of Mo Norman. It's an amazing golf book about a friend of yours, Mo Norman, who's legendary, Pipeline Mo. In about a minute or so, I know it's hard, but describe the book and what people can expect from this.
Well, there's some good stories about Mo in there, things that came to my mind as I was writing it. And there is what you need to know to start figuring out how somebody like Mo Norman actually hit the ball. What was it based on? Mm-hmm. Frankly, from teaching occasionally good players, there's a lot in there that good players will pick up on, and that Craig Shanklin mentions. I think it might be on the back of the book. The nuts and bolts of the thing are really mental. The physical motion, it's described in there, but when somebody's learning how to do this, if it were me watching them, you're looking for the right thing to say at the right moment so whoever it is gets it and can use it. But it's really, as Mo kept saying, it's so simple, and it is simple.
Yeah. Well, the quote says, "What's it like to hit the perfect shot, Mo?" And Mo paused and looked at the audience, and then in jest said, "You will never know."
That was you know who that was to? Craig Shanklin.
Yeah.
And Craig is the teaching genius who taught a whole bunch of people on the LPGA tour that have made a great living of it, and he was a head honcho teacher, and is, at the LPGA headquarters, of course, in Daytona. And he's really a good guy. I mean, he did 20 years of clinics with Mo.
Well, Mo was unbelievable. Came to Peterborough several times, put on formal clinics, informal clinics, just showed up to play golf. It's called Mind Golf: The Troubled Genius of Mo Norman. It's available locally if you want to stop into a place like Tamarack. They have it, but BobYoungGolf.com, right, is the best spot to get it.
BobYoungGolf.com.
And the audio book.
And the
as
audio
well.
book
You voiced
is there.
it, and Neil voiced a bit of it too.
Well, I'm told by the geniuses that I'm familiar with in the recording business, it works. The audio book is as good as anything anybody's ever done. And then I said, why? And they said, well, part of it is the way you read it. The other part of it is your voice has a quality to it that's unique. And there's some, and what was the word? Compelling. I never thought of it that way. I listened to it once and saying, what's compelling about this?
I like the idea of it. If you're going on a golf road trip, the audio book is the way to go. You put it on. Next thing you know, you're there. You do have the big pipes. Neil's on it as well. Last question I have for you. I know you've played against your brother in the past. He's played in some big pro-ams, the Pebble Beach and stuff. Who wins, though, Bob or Neil?
Well, I'd win.
You'd win,
I
okay.
would definitely win, yeah.
You'd have to give a couple strokes.
I would indeed.
Well, listen, thanks for joining us on Hometown PTBO. I know you're going to have a little lunch here at Liftlock. They got a great little menu. You're going to have the veggie burger or something, I think.
So maybe. And,
appreciate you hanging out and get out and play some golf, all right?
That's what I'm doing here this summer. Finally, the weather is now summer.
It's here, baby.
Finally.
All right.
Grab
Bob
it
Young,
while you
everyone.
can.
Yep, thanks for watching. Thank you for watching Hometown PTBO. Brought to you by the Pile Group, CIBC, Wood Gundy.